I saw you walking. Are you a friend of your machinist? The real
Happy
name?
birthday, Barry.
Shut up, mate. Sure. Are you the friend of Reginae Lavenhurst? Am I pronounce it correctly? I'm not sure. Because you both sign up as the same group and he is not in the well, is he listening to me? No, guys. Is he blacklist me? Mizuki, you ask him then.
I can see on the sign up sheet there's also another person they put together, Sir Wesley.
Oh, who is it? So Wesley, is it?
So Wesley not. Oh, okay. Yeah, Wesley is here, right?
They
Oh
both put
yeah.
your name down as the group name.
Mm. Wesley, where's your friend? I think they are from same FC. Wesley. So, hello, sir. Okay.
They're here already. They join.
Walao, ask your friend to join the Discord lah, walao.
No, I don't think a friend is in the Discord right now because I saw Frogpot is able to identify the person.
Oh, is it?
Rainette is identified.
Right, next.
Hmm. Rot was able to find them.
Rika is in.
Just that cannot type the name out lah.
They cannot. Not sure.
Again?
Okay lah. Anyway, in the PF already.
It's 15 minutes to the start.
Yeah, so
We pinging
those
reserves.
two people lah. One person dropped out, right? I think they went to buy something or something. Let's see.
Oh, scared me the sound. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
So, sure. Man, rain, foot long. Sarah also left the team. PF. Okay, well, only left team E.
I think you can start your
Briefing, yeah.
briefing shot.
Okay, can everyone join the VC first? Can I make sure
Maybe I should
everyone's
already
in the
do
No, you
VC?
should be telling them on Alliance chat.
No, I typed out already.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
48 lah.
You say
okay
here,
lah.
they already hear liao.
No, I know, I understand. Just help me type out because I'm answering another question. Okay, anyway, it's 46 already, so I'm gonna start the brief. We'll come to our DRS fresh session. This is Sharp here, so I'll be doing the raid leading and callouts for today's fresh session. Subsequent runs may or may not be me, but whatever instructions that we give out for today's session will generally apply for all future runs and all future sessions as well. We generally have a set of rules and guidelines that we try to adhere to while we do our runs lah. Okay, so I'm gonna just start off with a short brief. Okay, while we try to get everyone else in, okay, to save time. Now, today's session is gonna last for 3 hours. Now it is approximately 2 p.m. okay, on my time. So I'm at +8 GMT. So in about 30 minutes, no later than 13 minutes, we will try to get the session started. Okay, the organizers who are assisting with the run today will be scrambling to pull in reserves at this point of time. Okay, do note that one of the few things that we want to emphasize on is punctuality. So usually when we organize a run, we set up certain rules like, okay, we will set up PF 1 hour earlier for people to start joining. We put up the password, okay, people join. By 15 minutes before the actual runtime starts, we will start to pull in reserves so that we can get the alliance sorted before the actual start of run. Okay, so that we don't like delay beyond the runtime start. Okay, we wait until 2 o'clock and then we ping for reserves for people, right? We will drag by another 15-20 minutes lah. Okay, so thank you very much for those who have made the effort to come in on time. Okay, if for whatever reason in future, if you are in a run and you cannot make it on time, you can ping Frostbot and inform us your reason and how long you will be late. Okay, generally speaking, if let's say no, or you can only come in maybe 5 minutes before the run starts, but you let us know, we will hold the spot for you. However, for players who do not inform us and they don't show up before 15 minutes, do understand that your spot will be given away to someone else. Okay, you will not be guaranteed a spot even if let's say you come in 5 minutes before the run starts, but you did not inform us, your spot may have been given away to a reserve because we cannot wait for everyone to slowly come in before the run starts. It will just waste everyone else's time. Okay, so kindly understand this. We have had cases in the past, people like 3 minutes before the run start, they just ask, oh, why is there no spot for me in this team? We already switched them, pull in a sub already. Okay, so do understand this. I seek your cooperation for this and don't make life difficult for the organizers. They're already doing a lot of work in the back end to arrange all of this. People like not showing up or turning up late at the last minute makes their life harder as well. Okay, so hopefully you all understand this for future sessions. Okay, now next, for today's fresh session, okay, we are running, I think 44 newbies lah. Okay, 44 new players. So hopefully all of you here, or most of you here, would have read through the guides, look through Auntie Barry's videos. Okay, they are all in the Discord. They are all in the guides section. And you have had a rough understanding of what to expect from today's fresh session. We will try to minimize, okay, I will try to minimize explanation time, okay, but most of the people who run with me, they understand that I like to talk a lot. Okay, and sometimes I get carried away. So I'll try my best to minimize on exposition timing, and we'll try to get in more prog time or practice time as much as we can. Okay, but having said this, there will be certain things that I will try to emphasize because it is very important, as well as it is common mistakes that people make lah. So I will try to explain this so that you don't make the same mistake and then we all have to wipe and then we all have to restart and wasting everyone's time as well. So I'll try to talk a bit about the common pitfalls and issues that we face after having run this DRS for like more than a year now. So we've encountered quite a lot of different situations. People forget do this, forget do that. This is the common issue that crops up. Yeah, I'll try to explain all of this for today's fresh session. Okay, now next thing, for today's fresh session, we are expecting to see, okay, what did Uncle Lyoric say? I think this is B1 and then B2 just throw to the wolves, something like that. Okay, but generally speaking, we will expect to do slimes and golems, which is the trash phase prior to the first boss. And then we will attempt to clear boss 1 as well. If we go past boss 1, it is considered as a bonus. Okay, so today's session is primarily focused on boss 1. Or if by some chance or miracle, okay, we clear boss 1, we will proceed to Dahu, and then we will just YOLO and just wipe at boss 2. Okay, this is the expected what we are aiming to achieve for today's session. So it's mainly to practice on slimes, golems, boss 1, and then maybe you can sort of consider Dahu. If let's say we can start to consistently clear boss 1, we will clear Dahu and then just wipe to boss 2 and then come back and practice boss 1 again. Okay, so do understand that anything beyond boss 1 is considered as bonus. We want everyone to be capable with boss 1 mechanics and the boss 1 fight, okay, before we progress further. Okay, subsequently, in future runs, if I'm not mistaken, the organizers will be holding another session of boss 1 fresh. Okay, and then if we have a large enough pool of players who are boss 1 competent, we will move forwards into boss 2, boss 3, boss 4, and so on for future sessions. Okay, so do understand there's a certain goal that we want to meet for today's session. Anything beyond that, we generally disregard. Okay, we won't look at anything beyond boss 1 for today's session. Okay, but having said that, we do have about 3 hours to spend. Okay, now do note that today's session will be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. according to +8 GMT. So it's actually 3 to 6 for +9. Okay, and we will not be we will try to avoid going beyond the 6 p.m. timing. Okay, but for whatever reason, if we need to extend beyond it, if anyone needs to urgently leave, right, you can just inform us, close to that time, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, usually I'll try to end the session before the cutoff timing. Okay, likewise, we will try to put in as much prog time as we can. If we have time, I'll try to squeeze in another run, near the end of the session, just to push people for more practice, lah. Okay, so do understand, the session timing is somewhat fixed, lah. Okay, you'll realize this in future runs as well. We always do in blocks of like 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, and then we'll try to maximize that 3 hours that we have. Okay, now, last few things. Okay, we're still waiting for one more person, so I'm just gonna cover the things that we need to bring in, okay, and what you need to prepare. Now, for the run, one thing I want to point out is that we will try to minimize downtime in the run. So I already mentioned this earlier on, okay, but if there's anyone who needs to use the washroom or have any other issues, try to do it now, lah. Okay, try to go for a bio break now. In fact, you should have gone earlier on when I told everyone to go for their toilet break first. And then once we start, once we actually get started, unless you are a veteran, okay, unless you have been here before, but like I said, today's run is like 44 new players, 4 mentors, so that everyone is new here. So we will try to avoid downtime. So for example, what is downtime? Someone say, oh sorry, I need to go washroom. And then we will have to wait for that person for 2 minutes for them to come back. And then we fight the boss. And then after the boss clears, someone else say, okay, I need to go toilet, 3 minutes. BRB, and then we wait for another 3 minutes. So it sort of compounds, okay, all the downtime adds up. So we will try to avoid taking AFK breaks. We will actually have designated bio breaks within the run itself. However, for today's session, because it is a boss 1, boss 2, okay, the designated bio break is actually just before boss number 3. Okay, so we should not be hitting it at all. What will happen is in between pulls, we will go for bio breaks. Okay, so let's say we pull, we wipe. Okay, if it's a short one, we will just go again. Okay, but if let's say we reach boss 1, then we wipe at boss 1, okay, we might take maybe like 5 minutes break, and then restock our holster and everything, prepare, and then go in again. Okay, so there'll be breaks in between pulls and in between runs, lah. Okay, but then that try to avoid AFKing or taking breaks unnecessarily. Okay, now things to note and things to bring. Now for DRS, you generally can't bring very much things. Okay, you can't really prepare, like there's no gear. Okay, the only gears that you can actually use is the Boston earrings. Only the earrings give a haste boost. So if you have that, please use it. Other than that, all your other gears don't affect the stats inside DRS. Only Valors help. Okay, only the Valors will actually help. Stats and gear doesn't actually do anything. Material doesn't do anything. Food does work. So bring food. Okay, yes, actually that's a good point Dix mentioned. Okay, the other gear that you can use is the Boston Runners gear. Augmented ones. Okay, the augmented Boston Runners one. Okay. Doing DRS will allow you to upgrade that into the Lost Order gear, which also gives haste, slightly better haste. Okay, but the Dix reminded me that there's this augmented Boston Runners gear, which also does affect DRS. Okay, anything that gives you the plus haste for Save the Queen area effect actually helps. Okay, no, I know lah, it's the augmented one. Okay, but I have to say augmented Lost Order gear, very long. It's the augmented gear that gives you the haste. Okay, so those work. Food works. Pots also work. Okay, but generally pot is up to you, your own discretion, whether you want to use or not. And okay, yeah, so food, pots, and then some of the gear work. Okay, but generally speaking, we don't expect people to have too much, don't need to prepare so much. Okay, the main stat boost for DRS is actually the Valors. If you all have farmed your Valors to like a high enough stat, you will help in the run. Okay, I won't give you the details here, but generally speaking, we want to stack DPS Valors. Okay, healing Valors and tank Valors. Okay, Fortitudes and I think Sucker, right? Not very useful.
Just
mostly
already checked now.
Yeah, no worries. Mostly just DPS Valors. Okay, because you understand inside DRS, you make a mistake, you get hit 3 times, you just die. So your health and your tankiness doesn't actually matter. How much you can heal doesn't matter if you die in 3 hits. So only the DPS spellers help.
I cut in a bit to do a bit of admin stuff. Okay, we have indicated before that you are supposed to make sure you prep everything before joining the PF. Subsequently, please try to prep everything before joining. You have until 15 minutes before the run to actually join the PF. Although we will start pinging you earlier to make sure that you are aware that you are supposed to join the PF like today. As if let's say you all join the PF and suddenly realize, hey, I'm short of fragments, please inform someone before you leave. Otherwise, sometimes if we are too busy to actually notice anything, right, we might think that, oh, you have something on and you have left the PF and the run completely to go and do something else instead, and we might pull in a reserve instead. Okay?
Yep. It is not up to the organizer to chase you for your attendance. It is your own prerogative or initiative to inform the organizer that you need to leave for whatever reason. Okay, so just try to make their life easier. They are doing this, they're not being paid. None of us are being paid, by the way. So try to help them out as well. They do understand this is something you do voluntarily. So just try to make the organizers' lives easier as well. Okay, but having said that, okay, so let me just finish up. Then we can sort of go in already. Okay, now so gear, potions, food, lost actions, and pure essences. Okay, now for this run, you are required to carry the pure essence with you, but you are allowed to not use it at the start. Okay, this is simply because we expect to wipe on the first few tries of the slimes and golems because it's very messy. So it's okay to not use pure essences, but you must carry it with you. If we see boss 1, we may mandate using pures from the get-go. Okay, so do take note. Bring your pure essences with you. Okay, now we are going to zone in. At the start, do not jump off the pads. Very, very careful. Do not step on the glowing pads at the start until you are ready. Now, we will zone in. Okay, since there's 44 of you who are new, all of you will be watching a cutscene.
The same one as the normal. I think it is the same as the normal.
Yeah, it's the same, but they will all be watching a cutscene. So it's okay, just let them watch. It's okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
you skip also, someone who decide to watch, we are stuck here. Doesn't matter. Okay, now, at the start, there's a cache. Spend some time to prep your holster before the cache. Do note in future runs or in once we get past the boss 1 wall or hurdle, we may mandate using pures at the cache. In which case, what you all will be doing is you'll be popping your pure essence and then refilling the empty space from your holster with something else. Okay, alternatively, some of the mentors or will tell you like, okay, you should have 2 set loadouts prepared. One for pre-starting. Before start, you use everything you need and then load up the other loadout and then you are ready to go. Okay, so do not spend some time at the cache first. Next, left and right pads. Okay, I'm going to mark out 1 for slimes and okay, actually I use A lah. Okay, A for slimes and then D for golems. A, B, C is on the left side, slimes side. D, E, F is for the golems side. But prepare your actions at the cache first. Now, for those of you who want to pop things like re-razors, any essences that you feel will help you, by all means go ahead. Okay, just so you know, although we say we allow you to not use pure essences, if you want to pop it, by all means go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Okay, so feel free to use whatever actions you need here at the cache. Prepare them before actually jumping off. The moment you jump off, you cannot come back and you cannot return here for the remainder of this run. Okay, so all preparation must be done here before we actually start. Okay, so spend some time to prepare whatever you need. Now, once you are okay, and then also check to see which side you're on. Once again, teams A, B, and C is on the left slime side. teams D, E, and F is on the right column's side. Okay, if you jump off the wrong side, you cannot come back. And if for whatever reason that happens, you must immediately shout out. Okay, here inside here, alliance doesn't work. So
You
need
shout
to shout.
or
Yeah.
you just speak up in VC and let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Okay, if for whatever reason you mess up, okay, you jump off the wrong side, you don't have pure essence, okay, you are the wrong class, whatever lah. Okay, whatever some mess up happens, you need to inform us immediately so that we can quickly make adjustments. Okay, if everybody jumps off already, then we realize one person didn't jump off, but they cannot jump off to their side. Means somebody jumped off the wrong side, and then we need to adjust. Okay, which is very difficult. Okay, so try to inform us early if you mess up. Okay, so take some time
You
here.
can use the lodestone to return either.
Yeah, lodestone cannot be used now. Okay, Jean, just type out. Okay, now, how are we gonna deal with slime swarms? Does everyone
We'll
know?
just split as usual. Like
VC.
No, as in
Split VCs as usual.
split VC. Okay, lah.
start, yeah.
So those who are in the golem side, teams D, E, and F, you all move down to the golem side VC lah. Is it?
Bye.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we go to the golem side VC. The
Alright,
slime
sure.
side, y'all can just stay here lah.
Just stay
Actually,
here, yeah.
I think
Just
it's okay. Just
stay
stay here.
here,
No need to
don't
move.
move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the slime side, y'all just stay here. Okay, I will go down to golem side as well. Then, I think Auntie
I'll be on slimes, I think. And
Luin, okay, Luin and Mitsuki is on slimes. Okay, y'all two, Luin and Mitsuki. Okay, hello, Auntie, are you here?
Your head, Andy.
You're not briefing them on golems?
You breathe.
I breathe, you breathe, you breathe golems.
No.
Okay. I will start briefings to save time. Okay, now for golem side people, okay, welcome to golem side. Now, one thing to note in DRS is there's a 10-minute AFK timer so at all times during this run, right, just remember to like once in a while touch your game You just move a bit, press enter or type something, it's okay lah. Okay, rotate your camera also works by the way. As long as you interact with the game, you'll prevent you from getting AFK kick Okay, so just be careful about that. Okay, now for golem side today what we'll be doing is we'll be handling the golem's trash. For this golem side there will be certain actions that will be required for it So if you look at the spreadsheet, right, you will notice that there will be 3 players who is marked with perception. Okay, so there will be traps inside the golem's room. Okay, whatever you do not touch the door. Do not touch the door until you are ready to start. Okay, so there will be some 3 players who will be required to use.
Wait. Those who are ready, you can step over the growing pedal first. Go over to golem side so that shark showing you what is happening. You can see.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I'm still at the cache also, by the way.
They stand here. Don't know where is the door.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Yes, sorry, you can continue.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. I mean, if you're not at the door, right, then you can't mess it up. Don't worry about that. It's only if you're at the door, then I need to tell you to be careful not to accidentally touch it Okay. Okay, now here for golem side, what's gonna happen is that we are okay. There's this hall over here, and there are 4 golems on the floor over here. Now, what's gonna happen is that both golem side and the slime side players, right, will need to deal with their own mechanics. If either side fails, it's a wipe. Everybody wipes. Okay, so if we fail and slimes clear, right, it's still a wipe. So both sides must do their roles properly for us to clear Okay, now inside this, okay, for those of you who cannot see very clearly, or if you didn't watch the video, if you stand at the wall here, okay, you all can see where I am, right? You all can see from this wall here, right? Okay, you will see that it's actually 4 different rooms with a pad in the center of each room. Okay, there's a blue, there's a red, and then on the other side there's a green and there's a white pad. The objective of the golem side is to put one golem of the correct color into the button in the center of the room and kill the golem on the button. So you'll notice there's blue golems and green golems out here. And then there's red and white color pads as well. But I'll explain what to do with those later. So the goal is to kill a golem. So for example, this room over here is a blue color pad. We need to kill a blue golem on this pad to clear this room. Okay, to do the mechanic for this room. Okay, so there's a blue, there's a green at the top right hand corner. Okay, the northeast room is green. There's a red and then there's a white room. Red is north west and then white is southeast. Now, what we're gonna do is okay, I'll go through roll order first. Okay, so what's gonna happen is that there will be 4 tanks to take each of these 4 golems. Okay, if you look at the spreadsheet, Mirko is the blue golem tank. OUaDS is the white golem tank. Theo is the red golem tank. And Johan is the green golem tank. Okay, so note that these 4 tanks, y'all will be taking a golem to that color room. Okay, for Mirko and for Johan, it's very easy. You pick one blue golem, Johan take one green golem, and you just pull it to your respective room. Okay, now for Theo and OUaDS, y'all are white and red. The golems will switch color as after a while. Okay, what happens is all the colored golems, right, they will cast metamorphosis and they will rotate color. Blue will change to white, then white will change to green, green will change to red, and then red will change back into blue again. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, correct. Like this. So blue change to white, white change to green, green change to red, and then red changes back to blue. So they will cycle, the colors will cycle. The metamorphosis cast can be interrupted with the interject. Okay, so all tanks should have interject, right? Or if not, range DPS have interject, the whatever the skill is called, I can't remember the name. Okay, but you can silence the cast. For blue and green tanks, you must keep interjecting the golems so that they don't change color, and then until they die, okay, until they are dead on the pad. Okay, so understand all the tanks you have to interject the golem to stop them from changing color. For the red and white golem tanks, the white golem tank will pull the blue golem to the white room, let it change color once, and then it will be white color. The red golem tank will pull the green golem into the red room and let it change color once, and then it will be red. Okay, low blow does not work. Must be interject. Okay, must be interject. Okay, so this is what the tanks will be doing. Now, yes, so red will change into blue lah. Red will change to blue, and then blue will change to white. White will change to green. Green will change to red. Then red will change back into blue. For whatever reason, if you accidentally let your golem change color, okay, let's say the blue golem tank doesn't interject, and then it changes into white, then we will need to let it change back into green, to red, and then back into blue, and then white again. So we need to let it cycle through. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'll get to that later, Theo. I'll get to that later, step by step. Okay, so this is how the golems work. Okay, I'm just explaining to everyone so that in future runs, everyone will understand how this works also. Okay, then you will sort of drop, like the information will sort of snap into place once you do it a bit more. Okay, but for now, there's a lot of information to offload. I'll try to make it easier to understand in bite-sized chunks, and then maybe I'll just do row by row as well. So maybe you all can focus on one row at a time first. Okay, now, tanks, do note that each of these 4 golems, right, have a special unique ability. Okay, the blue golems will cast a heavy hitting AoE tank buster that applies a bleed to the tank. So the tank needs to pop tank inbound when they see the circular AoE on their feet, and healers need to Asuna away the bleed. Okay? Healers, pay attention. Your job in these columns is to follow and keep your tanks alive. Wait, I tell the slime side to take their time. Okay? Now, green golem will absorb other golems. Okay, green golems will absorb other golems. You need to keep the green golem away from the other golems. Now, by right, the green golem tank is very easy one. You just pull the green golem to room, make sure it stays there, that's all. There will be other golems in the hallway, but the other tanks handling it, okay, in this case, is me. Okay, I'm taking one of the golems, and then, who's the other person? Okay, one of the other players, okay, no, it's just me. Okay, so I'll be taking the ruin golems in the center. My job is to make sure those golems don't go into the green color golem room, because it will merge, and then it will become stronger, and then it will one-shot you. Okay, so green golem, very easy one. Now, red golem tank, when the golem turns red, it will tether to the first player that attacks it. Okay, now everybody else, please pay attention. If you see a red golem that's not tethered, do not attack it, because if you are the first person to hit it, it will tether to you and it will not stop chasing you. Okay, so please be very careful. Don't hit the red golem. Okay, why I say this? Because it will be green at first, and then it will transform color, it will change color, and then it will turn red. If someone else hits that golem before the tank hits it, you're gonna take over the tank duties. Okay, you're gonna do what the tank was supposed to do. Okay, now the red golem tank, your job is to tag the red golem. Okay, remember to move away from the green golem when it's changing color, because the moment it tethers to you, it will start to try to attack you. And it punches very hard. It pretty much one-shots any non-tank player. A tank can maybe survive 2 hits. Okay, but it just pretty much one-shots players. So, as a red golem tank, you need to kite it. Okay, now you don't need to sprint or anything. It will be slower than you. But you need to run in a circle around the room, making sure that it never touches you. Now, for the red golem, because it will try to change color every once in a while, and it's too risky for the red golem tank to go close and interject it. Okay, I've had cases where the person run to the tank and interject, and then after the golem punch them, and then they die. So we will usually assign one party member. Okay, the red golem tank, you just ask one ranged DPS to follow you, and that ranged DPS is just there to interject the red golem. Okay, to just interrupt the red golem metamorphosis cast. They only have one job: stop the red golem from changing color. So you leave it to your ranged DPS to do it for you. You do not approach the red golem unless for some reason your ranged DPS player is not doing their job. Okay, but it's very risky. Trust your ranged DPS, because if you try to you see your ranged DPS not interjecting, you go close to it, and suddenly your ranged DPS interject, right? The golem will punch you straight away. Okay, so just be careful about this. Okay, try to let the ranged DPS, trust your ranged DPS to do the job. If they don't do their job, you let us know. We will try to clarify with them. So in your party, right, just arrange for one ranged DPS to help you to interject. Okay, it's easier done in the party so it doesn't clutter the chat. Okay, I trust your the red golem tank and your party members to deal with that. Okay, now for the white golem, it's very easy also. White golem, you just tank the white golem. When the white golem health reaches 30% or less, right, it will start to cast a very slow cast called Compaction. This Compaction, when it's fully cast, it will heal to full health. We need to burst it down at 30% or less. Okay, if we let the cast go off, it will recover the full health. We chip it down to 30%, it casts it again. It will keep doing it over and over and over and over again until we actually successfully kill it. Okay, so everyone hold the burst until 30%, and then just once you see Compaction being cast, unload burst, kill it. It dies. Okay, so this is for tanks. Healers, you just keep your tanks alive. Remember to Asuna them for the tank buster. Do note that the blue and white golem tanks will be taking tank busters, because the white golem is a blue golem at the start, and it will fire off the tank buster before it actually changes. So both the white and blue golems, okay, both Mirko and Alits, you all need to take tank busters. Be careful for the tank buster. If you die, right, we pretty much screwed. Okay, so please be careful with that. Okay, now, other than that, everybody else, all the DPS, your job is to hunt train. We start from blue, go to green, go to red, and then go to white. Okay, in this order: blue, green, red, white. Kill the golems one at a time, making sure that the golems is on the pad in the center before you kill it. Do note for the red golem, now, because the red golem, we need to kite it around in a circle. When the red golem health is like about 10% or less, we hold DPS, wait for the tank to pull the golem onto the pad in the center. The tank needs to press tank inbound. They will get hit because they are standing still. The golem will punch them really hard. Within that 10 seconds, the tank inbound is on. Everyone burst the red golem down and kill it. Okay, if we fail to kill it on the pad, it will get back up and we need to do it over again. Okay, so this is for red golem tank. It's a bit special. Hold the DPS until the red golem's on the pad in the center and then kill it. Okay, usually about 10% or so, we will say, okay, we will tell the red golem tank to pull it onto the pad, and then he will pop tank inbound, and we have 10 seconds to kill it before the tank dies. Okay, so this is for the red golem. Okay, then after go to the white, and then we just finish up. Okay, now other than that, do note that there will be 3 traps inside here. One trap is always in the very center of the hall. Okay, there's always going to be 1 trap in the very, very center. Perceptors, please scan for that middle trap first so that the northern golems tanks can go to their rooms. In 2 other rooms, there'll be 1 trap each. We don't know which rooms. Okay, but you can actually scan from outside here. If you're outside here, you can scan the southern rooms. Okay, so perceptors, for example, so let's say Barry, right? Barry is scanning outside here. She can scan and she will know if there's a trap in this room, because there'll be a message saying you sense a hidden trap nearby. That means there's a trap in the southwest room. Okay, the blue room has a trap. But later Barry needs to go in, or whoever is covering the southern room needs to go in and scan that room to properly reveal the trap. Okay, just because we know there's a trap here doesn't mean you can just ignore it. You need to go in and reveal the trap by scanning the trap to make it visible to everyone. Okay, the same can be done in the southeastern room. Okay, if the southeast room has no trap, that means we know that one of the other traps is in the northern rooms. Okay, so you can actually scan for them before entering. It is just a nifty trick, but you still need to go in and review the traps. Okay, so Barry's saying both the southern room have traps. The 3 traps will be in the southern 2 rooms and the middle of the hall. Okay, always let perceptors go in first and scan for traps. I don't know how many times tanks just run into the room, step on the trap, dies, right, and then no one is tanking the golem, and the golem runs loose, killing everybody else. Okay, so please try not to step on traps and kill yourself. Okay, now last few things to mention here. Ruin golems in the center. There'll be 2, 1 in the north, 1 in the south. Okay, it's my job. Okay, so I will be pulling them to me. I'll be tanking them. Don't need to worry about them. Once all the golems are dead, okay, once all the 4 different colored golems are done, everybody come to the center and kill the ruin golems. Okay, now the ruin golems will keep casting this move called Demolish, which needs to be interrupted with a stun. So white mages, please don't use Holy, because you will make them stun immune. What will happen is that I will usually say 1 stun, okay, or single stun, and then a single white mage just cast Holy once, stun them, and then we kill them. Okay, generally speaking, they won't last long enough. They won't survive long to become stun immune if we do it properly. But if you keep stunning, then we can't stun them anymore. The Demolish cast will go off. And the Demolish cast applies ruin stacks. Okay, ruin stacks means if you get 3 of them, you get doom and you die. So we cannot let too many of those go off. Okay, so we'll try. Okay, we'll just try. Any questions? Anyone who is not sure about what they are supposed to do for slimes and golems?
I want to add on something.
Hmm.
So for the white column room, right, once the blue column cleared, the healer from the blue column room should go to the white column room to help to heal. Because each time a golem died, the other 3 golem will have a DPS buff. So eventually the white golem is very strong, that need at least 2 healer to heal. The second thing is, if you are not sure about whether the room have trap or not, you can always hug the wall to walk to the center. So do not straight away go into the center, but following the wall at the side to the center. Okay. Any question? If no question, shall we do ready check?
Okay. Okay, just ready check and then we will get started. Okay, so just last reminders. Tanks stands on. Perceptors go in first. Okay, Perceptors go in first. And then just follow the hunt train. Okay, I'm what party? F.
You are F.
Okay, I think let's see. Yeah, I think ABC is all done. So just waiting for E lah. So party E just do a ready check and then just shout out or yeah, just use shout lah. For here because the slime side can't hear us so you need to use shout. So just shout out once your ready check is okay. We are waiting on E. Okay, E is okay. Okay, so just try our best. I'll do a countdown. 20 seconds lah. Is C okay? Let me just confirm them. A okay, B okay. Our side D, E, F okay. I'm just waiting for them to double verify if C is okay. Okay, C is okay. Let's go. Counting down. Countdown 20 seconds. Okay, at the end of 20 seconds, whoever's in front just open the door. It's okay.
Me. The Lala fell lit away.
Cannot see you lah. You're a ghost. Can't see you.
Hello, I got my marker on top of me. What?
Actually, we don't need marker now, but never mind. Okay. Open door. Perceptors go in first. Let's go. Okay, thanks. You just pull your golem to your room. Just establish amity on the correct golem. Never mind the tethering. Just run to your room. Watch out for the trap in the center. Make sure the trap can be seen first. Blue. Okay, good.
There is a trap in the center. Hello.
Okay. Middle trap found. Okay, just pull to your room. Healers, keep your tanks alive. Okay. Seems that all the traps are found. Okay, tank buster, remember as soon as your tanks. Green golem can go inside the room. All the traps have been found already. Go inside your room. Just interject. I'll be popping the center trap. I'll be popping the middle trap.
We go to the red first because green change color.
Okay.
Do I not
green,
keep on working? Oh no, never mind. I will take it.
okay. Yeah. Green golem, you remember what I said about red golems, right? You need to kite the red golem. You cannot let it touch you. Red golems one-shot players. Okay, just do the red golems first. Everyone else do the red golems first. Someone help to interject the red golem. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. So painful.
Help to heal Barry lah. Help to keep Barry alive. Someone, healers go and heal Barry. Y'all don't need to help DPS. Y'all keep the tanks alive. Yeah, Barry's dead already. Okay, whoever that is, just run into the room, the green room.
Red color room tank can take the green golem.
Okay, the red
change
tank,
into white lah.
Yeah.
So you just pull it, go to the green. Wait.
Thank
there.
you. Any tank help to take the white golem and pull it into the green room. And then we need to kite it for a bit lah. Healers, your white golem tank is dying. Healers, your white golem tank is dying. Y'all need to keep your tanks alive, guys. Now we have another loose golem. Y'all need to keep your tanks alive.
Okay.
Yeah, any spare tanks help to drag the golems into their correct rooms. Okay, DPS focus on the green golem in the green room and kill it on the pad.
Do not
okay,
use your lost arise.
Yeah, don't use arise. You can't raise players inside here in case this isn't obvious.
Heal the tank. Die. Oh no.
Yeah, don't let the tanks die, guys. If the tank die, you all start dying next. Keep the tank alive. There's like 4 or 5 healers
Nice.
here not doing healing duty.
Okay, nice.
Nice. Okay, then go to the white golem. Okay, now white golem tank, just pull it to the center. Put it there. All the healers focus on him. Make sure he doesn't die. Okay, then everybody just get ready to burst it down after this. Okay, we will still clear lah. And then we just wait for slimes to wipe lah.
They wipe already.
Oh, they wipe already. Okay, we silent first. So
No, we are clearing. We are
Right.
clearing. Yeah, we are clearing. We
Okay.
actually clearing.
The problem is how many healers got bring their pure essence.
No lah, no lah, no. We're gonna wipe anyway, cause slime's die already, right? Slime's dead already, right? Okay, now, by right here, demolish one holy cards. Okay, by right lah, okay, by right. But in this case, we can just let it go off lah, it's okay. Cause we're gonna wipe anyway. See, if demolish goes off, we all die. Like that, yeah. So just to let y'all know lah, this is what happens when demolish goes off. Okay, but we shouldn't let it go off lah. Anyway, we are wiping, just you know, let
Just
yourself
die.
get killed lah. Yeah, just let yourself get killed. But as you can see, it's difficult. A lot of issues here with these slimes, these golems pool. A lot of problems. Okay, to be honest, right, golems should be easier than slimes. Just to let you know. Slimes will be wiping multiple times until they get it right. Because for slimes, they need to coordinate all 4 rooms at the same timing. If any one of the rooms slow or fast, they wipe. So it's a lot more difficult for slimes. No need to do any swapping. We should have exactly correct number of tanks and healers lah. Okay, we can leave. It's okay.
One thing to note also, your normal raise resurrection actually doesn't work. I saw one go off earlier.
Yeah.
Your lost arise also would not work if you don't have the pure essence of the divine, so don't waste them.
I think all this information is like basic information that should be explained, but I don't have enough time to explain all this lah.
I give you 10 minutes.
10 minutes not enough also. I need to cover so many things. I need like 30 minutes next time.
Next time we ask Louis to explain can already.
Oh, okay. Can. Okay, anyway, just to clarify one more time. Inside here, okay, there's half of them already. Inside DRS, razors don't work, so please don't waste time trying to res people. It doesn't work. Only lost arise, healer LB3, lost sacrifice, and lost re-raise works. Okay, which is why the re-raiser is so important. Okay, the re-raiser is to raise you if you die, which is why everybody needs to have re-raiser. Okay, because if we just rely on the healers to res us, they will run out of actions, they'll run out of arises. Do one more ready check. Just do one more ready check. Check one more time. We should get at least about 46, 47 players ready, then we will go in again. I think some of them haven't come out yet. Just wait for the slime side to come out. Okay, all of you, if you're still inside the golem side, please come out. Okay, but I think all of us should be out already. Yeah, we'll try again. Let's go.
Three-hour session, 2-hour sharp explain. What is that say?
No, but the thing is, when I spend more time explaining, right, we clear one pool. If I don't spend time explaining, right, we wipe
actually
5 or 6
true.
times, and then we waste metal also. So up to y'all lah. It's
Yeah,
like,
root to 0 metal.
yeah, up to y'all lah. Either way, we still spend the same amount of time getting there lah. It's just that whether you get more practice or not. Although I will agree, some people say that doing it more times, they get familiar faster, which is better than listening to me lah. Explain for 2 hours. But best of both worlds, we just listen for 2 hours, then do for 2 hours, even better. Okay, restock your actions. A very common mistake people make is they use the pure, we wipe, they come back in, they jump off straight away, and then they tell us later, oh shit, I forgot I didn't put another pure essence in my holster, and then they don't have it. Okay, so be very careful, don't rush at the start. Always double check your holster here, because you won't be carrying a second pure from the previous run. You will need to put in a new one if you use it. Okay, thankfully, we haven't started using pure essences yet. So it's actually okay. It's okay you don't have you might still have it in your holster. Okay, but once you start using pures from the start, we every run need to check that you have pure essence. Yeah, then once you check ready, just jump over lah. Actually, I need to stock up also. I'm running out of fortitude also. Maybe later during the break. Yes.
Why is slime so fast this time?
Luin expansion always very fast one, but they always very fast wipe also.
Oh, okay.
They always
But
like,
they're also wiping very fast. Okay.
yeah, but they wipe also. like after explain finish, then they go in, then they just wipe only. So I don't know whether it's which is better lah, to be honest. Then they'll just try more times or. But it's okay lah. We'll get there lah. We'll get there. Bravo. Okay, get.
Let me try.
Okay lah. Okay, and then you just do ready check and we try again. Okay, anyone not clear with anything? Anyone not clear with any of the instructions or like you're not sure about the rules or anything? Okay, just now I think just to post-mortem, okay, don't take it as me pointing you out, but I think just now one of the golems changed color. Healers weren't healing the tanks, so the tanks were dying from just normal damage. Please cover your tanks. You don't follow the hunt train. Healer don't follow hunt train. Heal the tank. Keep the tank alive. The rest is okay lah. Okay, no one step on trap, which is good lah. Normally I expect first run people step on trap then kill everyone. Do note that I will be popping the trap in the middle. So I will usually call it out. I'll say middle trap being popped. Stay away from the middle trap. Okay, traps will usually kill everyone around them lah when they go off. So even if you are nearby, you will get hit also. Yep, just stand at the door, heal the tank, correct. Just make sure your tank doesn't die lah from damage. And then the blue golem tanks, make sure to Asuna the bleed. The bleed is like 60% HP ticks. So please remember Asuna.
First down to always put as that.
To be honest, you don't even need to. But up to you lah. It's up to you lah. It's up to you. Like you want, you can blast lah. It's okay lah. Just don't hit anything accidentally. Don't hit the ruin golems or something lah. Until it's been tethered.
Ready check.
Just waiting for Floresca. Floresca, you ready?
Usually we won't use much lost actions in trash because later on we have only limited space for throughout the run until B4. So we just trying to save our lost actions in the trash for not using them.
Yep. Like the fewer actions we use here, the more actions we can have for the rest of the run. So we try not to bring bring any excessive actions or trash pulls. I'm sorry. They all should put me in A because I'm
right. Then they should put me in B because Barry, right?
Yeah, cause Barry. Yeah. Barry.
No CV, I think everyone okay, right? B, C, D, yeah. To take that, yeah.
Is that all? Is that all? A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, all okay. Okay, countdown. Sorry, I do countdown. 20 seconds. Let's go.
That's fun.
Okay, stance on. Stance on once again. Perceptors go in first. Yeah, and then that's all. Actually, I think Golem we got it already. Earlier that run we got it already. It's just that that is a bit messy, but we did it. It's fine. Alright, let's go. Okay, watch out for the traps. Watch out for the traps. Okay, scan the middle. Thank you. One more trap haven't found yet. One more trap. Wait, I can't see where the last trap is.
Oh, the 8 already.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's in the green room. Okay, all traps found.
In
I'll
trap.
be popping the middle trap. I'll be popping the middle trap away from middle. Someone didn't listen. Yeah.
DPS at green room. Aya.
Oh, the red column changed color again.
We go to the white room first.
Go white, yeah, go to white. Someone heal the blue golem tank. Healers go help the blue golem tank. He's dying. You just heal. Yeah. Okay, blue golem tank. You no need to run. No need to run. Just stand still. Just stand still. It's okay. You cannot outrun it. You just stand still. Let it change color. Let it change color. Let it change color, guys. Let it
Yeah,
change
just
color.
stand there. Sure, just stand there.
Just stand there. You cannot outrun the blue golem. Only red golem can be outrun.
Heavy DPS on the white column. Okay.
Kinara, you are taking the ruin golem. You stay with me. You stay with me. Ruin golem tether, you cannot let go on. It doesn't
Do
let go.
not attack the blue golem first. Do not attack. We need it to change color.
It will
We need
change
it
to
Now it's white.
let it
Yeah.
change one more time.
So
It's okay.
it
Everyone
change-
else, everyone else come outside, kill the ruin golems. Everyone else come outside, kill the ruin golems. Theo, you just stand still. You cannot outrun it. There's no need to move.
Yeah. When it change into red, then you start going from far. Once the color is changed, through a range DPS on it, then keep running. Let it change. Move from the far. Okay.
Okay. It's just green. Just stand there, just stand there. Green is
Yeah.
okay, just stand there. Just stand there, it's okay. You can't outrun it. Theo, don't need to run.
Yeah, just stand there lah.
Just stand there, don't need to run.
You have two healer with you, you won't die.
Uh,
Why are you so scared? Stop DPS on the golem, please.
guys, don't need to DPS because when it changes color, it recovers to full health. There's no point DPSing.
Yeah. Even it change into red, do not DPS until the tank hold the amenity, okay?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is very important. Very important, guys. Don't hit
Don't
the
attack.
red golem. Don't
Okay,
hit the red golem
You
until
run.
it is tethered. Okay.
Now you can DPS the red, yeah.
Okay, nice, nice. Looks like okay lah. Then any range DPS just help to interject later.
I will interject.
Yeah, nice.
Hold DPS, involve, tank involve, pull to the center.
Okay.
No, he died not on the part.
Okay. Again, everyone fall back. Everyone fall back. Don't touch the red golem. He will stand up again. We will do it one more time.
But he don't
Let
have
Theo hit it first. Let Theo hit it first. Theo hit it. Okay, nice. Try again. Try again, guys. Remember, hold the DPS. We failed because the DPS was too high and you didn't wait for it to be on the pad. Okay, this one's clear already. We need to clear this one. Nah, but
no.
why? What happened?
I will interrupt.
Yeah lah, you interject. You interject.
He must die on the red color puddle, yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys hold a little bit DPS. Okay, DPS it. Kill it. Ooh, a bit off. No, come
No,
back.
Theo, go just stand. Oh, because you don't have ready. You don't have
Yes.
ready.
Okay,
Yeah.
die. Yeah, okay.
He don't have the tank inbound already. Okay, okay. Okay, anyone did? Anyone did? Oh, okay, right. Okay lah. Then we can go. Okay lah. Just step on the teleporter. Okay, you one last thing to mention is that once we clear, right, just double check if there's any dead players in your party. If there is, you need to straight away yell out because once we jump off this pad, right, we cannot come back here also. And if we leave dead players behind, they'll be stuck here. Okay. Go to the pad in the center, grab your 2 treasure coffer rewards from here, and then we will move back up into the first VC for callouts for boss 1.
We hope back.
Yeah, go back.
to
Must
VC.
join the VC. Must join VC. Yeah.
Yeah, we hope back to the main.
Okay, well done, Slimes.
Okay, everyone is here. Well done. Everyone has cleared it on the second.
Cool.
Good. Okay, so today's session. Who wanna do callouts?
You?
Why me?
Because you are the main caller, wasn't it?
Yeah, y'all know how to practice on. Okay lah.
Out of touch as well, but I'll try and keep an eye.
Yeah, then y'all just like shadow call lah. I will do the main callouts lah. Okay. Barry remarks, please. And then okay, so this is boss 1. I hope y'all have studied up on the fight. The only things to point out is that I'll be calling out hide or knockback. Hide means you go behind the barrier. Knockback means you stand in front of the barrier, get pushed into a barrier. Tiles or sand. If you look at the floor, there are blue color rings. Okay, for those who are colorblind who can't really see, the floor has a pattern. Okay, clearly there's some brick patterns. That's the tiles. Sand is the no pattern. So you need to stand on the correct floor pattern. For Mercy slashes, I'll be using numbered positions. So it'll either be 1, 1, 3, 3, which is stand on 1 for 2 slashes, and then stand on 3 for 2 slashes, or something like 2, 4, 4, 2. Okay, stay on 2, first slash, crossover, second slash, third slash, cross back to 2. Okay, so it's always going opposite. Okay, we will never say something like 4, 1, 4, 3, something like that. You will never be like that. It's either left to right or front to back. Okay, or across. During the Earthshaker phase, okay, during the Iron Splitters phase, Earthshaker tethered players, please move and point the Earthshakers away from the boss and away from the party. Okay, because if you get hit by those twice, you will die. Anybody getting hit by those Earthshakers twice will die. If you point them through the party, everybody dies. Okay, so please point them away from the party and the boss. Okay, everybody else who is not being tethered by the Earthshakers, please go close to the boss so you give the Earthshaker players a direction to point to. Okay, and you all try to avoid pointing to stacking on each other. So if you all take
There'll
2, you all
be
straight away
3.
die.
So yeah, spacious stuff.
Yeah. There'll be 3 tethers, 3 players who are tethered. So you need to just spread out and point away. Okay, now for the run, boss 1, okay, although it's our first look, we will just pop pure. Okay, we'll just use pure. We will be mandating using pures from the get-go because we found that we can actually clear one. Most of the time, it's like we try first attempt, can clear one if there was DPS. But then because we know one using pure, we didn't clear. So from now on, nowadays we just say everyone, once we reach boss 1, we just use pure. Okay, so we'll be popping pure essences the moment we reach boss 1. If you have a pure essence in your holster and you haven't used it, please use it now. Okay, for re-razors as well, if you don't have a re-razor applied to you, just use one on yourself at this point of time. Okay, re-razors, every time you die, your re-razor will disappear. Okay, the re-razor buff will disappear, and there's a chance you might get up. 70% chance, although it's more like 50-50. If it fails, you will still be gone, but you just will stay there on the floor. If now in the fight, during the fight, if healers arise you, okay, now healers, I didn't actually mention this earlier on, but you can only arise players with a pure essence. But because we are at boss 1, you should all have pures now. You can start using your arisers to raise the dead players. Healers will try to arise dead players whenever they can. They try to get people up because you arise someone, their DPS adds to your DPS, so to speak. Okay, you arise a dead DPS, right? The dead DPS gets up and does DPS, more DPS than you can deal by yourself. Okay, so try to arise players. Do note for dead players, there is no prompt asking you, do you want to accept the race? No, you straight away get up. Please do not AFK during this fight, even if you are dead. Okay, I've seen someone die and then AFK, and then someone arise them, they get up, they stand still, eat AoEs, and then die again, wasting the healer's arise. Okay, arises are not cheap, and it's not 100%. So they need to spam like 10 or 20 of them to get one player up. So please don't waste the healer's arise. Yeah, just don't waste the healer's arise.
Sorry, just to check, does anyone not have their pure essence?
Anyone with no pure essence, okay, I'll take over Lyric. Okay, anyone with no pure essence, you need to sound off to us. Let us know now, because the pure essence give you a defense or and or HP boost. If you don't have it, you will get one-shotted by the red wipe, the AoE. You can't even avoid it. You just die. So you must let us know so that we can either try to keep you alive or okay, so Ray, you don't have.
He's a tank, so
okay, tank tank not so bad. Tank not so bad. Anybody else? Anybody else doesn't have pure? Okay, please let us know.
Those without pures, do they at least have a deep defensive essence with them?
they've got Guardian, but yeah.
Then okay lah, Guardian should. Okay, in any case, tank slightly more lenient because you have HP and defense to survive lah. Plus, if you have Guardian, even better. You won't be doing much DPS lah, but you won't die from one hit lah. Okay, at the very least. Okay lah. Anyone else? No pure? Please sound off. Okay, now for future runs, try. Okay, for future runs, don't forget your pure. Okay, not try to, just don't forget it. Because if I'll be very blunt here, if you don't have pure essence, you come in, you are being carried by the other 47 players. Okay, so just to let you all know lah, we actually penalize players for forgetting to bring pures repeatedly. Okay, one time, fine. Accidents happen, it's okay. 2 times, it gets a bit sketchy. Anything more than 3 times, right, you will be black marked lah. Okay, you'll be black marked. Okay, so just to let you all know, don't forget to bring pures. Okay, I did tell everyone earlier on to carry a pure in your holster, in your holster. So you should have it lah. Okay, no pure, please just sound off now lah, so that we can keep you alive lah. Okay, so Dante in Team B as well. Okay, first time is okay. I said first time is okay. Okay lah. Midream says that do note that you can actually accidentally right click off your pure as well. Please just try not to lah. Okay, it's like a very silly thing to do. So try not to accidentally click off your pure. Okay, where's Dante? Can Dante? Those who know pure, can y'all
Team
hand up?
DPS.
Cannot find you in the crowd. I can try to keep you alive with bubble. So I'm gonna apply bubble on those who need it. Okay, just to keep you.
Hello. I got pure essence of the duelist. It said in the guide, so I just bring this one. Is it okay? But it
You
said it
melee?
will restore HP.
Are you melee?
Are you
DPS?
melee DPS?
Yes, I am the
Yeah,
melee
then
DPS.
you
Yeah,
can use
then you should just use it. You just use it.
Use it now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
just
seeing boss.
yes,
Okay, I
you will
already use
replace
it now.
you will replace your plate bearer, and you will now be permanent. Okay, essences are permanent. They don't drop off. There's no time limit. Even if you die, you come back, you will still be there. The only way you can lose the essence is if you accidentally click it off, or we leave the instance, and then in which case you need a new one afterwards. Okay, so just understand okay lah. I think that's pretty much it lah. So Dante is solved. He has a pure. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
For moderators and helpers on the run, main shot caller will be Shark. So even if you see like something that he didn't cover or he missed out something, please do not over call him. It will cause confusion.
Unless you really want to lah, then you better be right. Because I'll call you out if you are wrong. I'm talking about the moderators, not the normal players. The only other time I think people should be speaking in during the boss fight is if, let's say, for example, they are a main role player. Okay, like maybe you have you're a dispeller, and then you die, and then there's no other players doing dispel or something like that lah. Tank busters, we only really need about 3 tanks to stack lah. But normally, like if you are geared or you are tanky, you have valors, honors, fortitudes, you can stack with us. It's okay one, doesn't matter. Generally speaking, I think should be fine. Okay, who's the main tank by the way? I need to.
Mitsuki, right?
Mitsuki.
Okay, Mitsuki, you mark yourself with the cookie or whatever. Okay, so Mitsuki will be main
And
tank.
also, if both your healers are dead, use the markers and don't use the shapes.
Yeah.
Use anything else but the shapes.
Yeah. Okay, now just to explain this, so that because this is the first time, fresh one, it will make more sense if you understand why we do this lah. So I'll explain it now. For at any point of time, if both healers in a party are dead, it means you are a healer and your party buddy healer is dead also in the same party. Your party is not going to get heals, so the party will slowly die through the red whites. What we do to counteract this is that the both dead healers, because you're dead and you're lying on the floor not doing anything, right? Use a mark. Okay, usually the numbered markers will work, and mark yourself, and your body as well, I guess. If your body is paying attention, they can mark themselves also. Okay, use the numbered markers. Don't override each other lah. Okay, don't override each other until you get arised. Once you get arised, you take it off immediately. Okay. Other healers, if you see dead marked players, those are the healers that need priority arising because of what I just mentioned earlier on. Okay, usually in the fight, we may gain access to limit break 3. There will be an opening to use it. So if there are parties with LB3 and 2 dead healers, they need to get up ASAP. They need to get up as soon as they can so that they can pop their LB3 to quickly raise everybody. Usually it's just before the boss dies. We'll say, okay, healer LB3 now if you need it. use it. Okay, there no other classes should be using LB3. DPS, just so you all know, your LB3 actually does less damage than a full burst window. So you actually do more damage if you just continue to focus on your DPS. Generally speaking, DPS LB is a damage loss. So don't use DPS LB. The only time you will ever use, okay, never mind, I won't even cover that. Okay, we will only ever use healer LB3 and tank LB for the boss fort. That's all only. LB should never be used on DPS. Okay. Other than that, every time you die, pop a new re-raiser. Okay, the idea for this first look is just to make sure that you experience the mechanic, try your best, try to understand the fight, listen to call out, try to understand how it works now. Okay. Okay, anything else? Anything else I need to cover? I think that's all lah. Blah, blah, blah.
Only one tank. The main tank should keep stance. Yeah.
Yeah. All the other tanks are you're just basically just DPS lah. Only the Mitsuki will be main tanking, and then if he die, we will demote him lah. So don't worry about it. Okay, no lah. If he die, I take over lah. Or Luin is tank, is it?
I'm healer.
Luin healer. Barry also. Barry is what? Barry is I don't know. Machinist. Okay lah. Then, but Barry can tank one. Barry is like can tank also. She's
You
a
just
good
kite the
tank.
boss.
Yeah, she's a
I think
machine
it's a form of
tank.
tanking.
Okay, ready checks for everyone. Then we can get started. Okay, use food. If you have it, just use any eye level. I think like 500 and above should be safe lah. Okay lah, and then let's shout out yeah okay, and then we just try our best lah. Okay, just try listen to calls, try our best, and then if we clear, it'll be great. If we don't clear, we just re-instance, take a short break, and then go again. Okay, A, C, E, F, waiting on B and D. Okay, B is okay. Waiting on Delta. Oops. Okay, it's fine. Delta party. Once you're ready, just let us know. Okay, anyone, if you forgotten the treasure coffer at the back, please don't forget. It's like free pure essence fragments lah. So if you see treasure coffer at the back, please remember grab it. It's your own treasure coffer. It's personal. Okay, Delta is okay. Okay lah.
Mitsuki can count down.
Yeah, Mitsuki do a countdown. Tanks only Mitsuki stuns on. Everybody stuns off. You can pre-shield at 5. The first mechanic will be a red white. Okay, and just try our best. Okay, pre-shield. And tank establish. Red, white. Mercy slashes next. Three, 1, 1. 3, 1, 1. Crossover on the second slash. Crossover. Op and flower. Okay, look away from the op, run away from the flower. Stack for chains. Okay, another red white first. Okay, shed tank buster. Okay, front, back, or inside the boss hitbox. Okay, we're not sure, just be in the boss hitbox. Okay, another tank buster. Oh, he's dead. Never meet, huh? And then, stillness tank buster. Now I'll be taking it at the front. Okay, y'all move away from me. Hold on. It's a stillness tank buster. Okay, nice.
Kill self shot.
Alright. Mitsuki and take back. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, stack for chains. This is a hide. Break chains and hide behind barriers. Okay, split the chains, split the chains. Hide. Okay, come back for shields and heals. Stay near the center. Ravana dives next. Starting from C, going clockwise. Hiding behind D. Run towards behind D. Okay, or you can hide behind C if you're too late. But just behind. Raid
Out
wide.
of the wall if you got revived.
Everyone stack on 3. Everyone stack on 3, including main tank. Dead body moving around. Okay, there'll be 3 line AoEs on the floor, just avoid them. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Stay on tiles. There'll be 2 more iron splitters with Earthshaker tethers. Earthshakers point them away from the boss. Next will be sand is safe. Okay, sand is safe. Sand is safe. Earthshakers point away. Nice. 1 more set. Tiles will be safe. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Earthshakers away. Avoid AoEs. Nice. Raid wide. Intercardinals out. Okay, just go to either B or C. Just stay near the outer edge. It's a cross AoE. More Ravana dives with Mercy Slashes. Starting from 2, going clockwise. Okay, stay close to the outer edge. This is 1133. 1133. Okay, cross on the second slash. Crossover. Op and flower. Away. Stack for chains and break them. Okay, break chains. Okay, we stack because if it's too far apart, you can't split the chains. Tank Buster. This one's solo lah. I think just let him take it by himself. Pop mitigations. What's this? Okay. 2244. 2244. There'll be iron splitters. Tiles is safe. Stand on tiles. First slash. Second slash. Crossover into sand. Stay on sand. Okay. Third one is random. Stay on sand. Orb and flower. Look away from the orb. Move away from the flower. And avoid line AoEs. Nice. Raid wide. We're going into the final set of mechanics before enrich. Front, back, or center. Okay, if you're not sure, stay in the boss's hitbox. Okay, this will be mercy slashes from the clone, and knockback or hide. We'll be taking them near the clone. This is a knockback towards B. Knockback towards B. Position yourself to be knocked towards B. Back, front, back of the clone. Okay, back, front, back of the clone. Go to the rear of the clone. Cross over, front. Stay front. And then back. Stack for chains, and then healer LB3 afterwards. Okay, break chains, healer LB3. Healer LB3 if you have it. Pick up everyone. Red, wide. Next set. Knockback or hide with iron splitters. If it is a hide, go to the edge. This is a knockback. Okay, position yourself to be knocked back. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Stay on tiles. There will be a knockback. Nice. Okay, last mechanic set. Mercy slashes with knockback or hide. We'll be doing the slashes first. Okay, look for the clone. Slashes will come from the clone. Stack for chains and break them. Right, left, right of the clone. Okay, right. Sorry, should be left, right, left. Okay, and this is hide afterwards. Hide after. Okay, and that was the last mechanic. There'll be a tank buster. Okay, it's a tank buster. You only let the tank stand in front. Nice. Then you will enrich shortly afterwards. This is the Enrage cast, a slow cast Verdant Tempest. Not bad, about 7%. About 7%. Yeah, the first one I know,
The
right?
clone slashes guys get people, don't worry.
Yeah. The clone slashes is one thing, and then Mitsuki died from the first tank buster because you're so sweet shit, but I didn't say shit. But you can actually survive it by yourself, to be honest. It was totally planned. Okay, we will. So you all have seen the first look already. We will take a short break here, lah. Okay, maybe about 4 minutes, lah. So let's rest for a while, and then by X11, okay, X11, be back. Okay, go. So if you need bio break, go for bio break. Get a refill of your drink, coffee, tea. Those who need to restock actions fragments, please go ahead and get some as well. Okay, then I'll be back as well. Okay, I'll be right back also.
Rufin from Team D, are you able to fix your connection? Because I've seen you DC quite a lot. Okay, then we'll just go one more time. But let me know if like your connection is unstable.
I'm back. Is there any questions that you want to ask? Now is a good time to ask lah. I know just now the calls weren't perfect, but to be honest, DPS wasn't like you're still learning lah, so it's okay. Doesn't don't worry about it too much for now. Yeah, I do know that for boss one, right? What happens is that there's actually a somewhat designated LB3 window, which was just after the boss changes into his Dark Knight form for the second time. There will be a somewhat designated LB3 window in between the different mechanic sets. Okay, he actually does 3 sets of mechanics at the last phase. I won't go into detail here, but it's basically a knockback height plus sword slash, okay, iron splitters plus knockback or height, and then knockback height plus sword slashes again. But the sword slashes from the clone come first. Okay, so usually in between one of these 3 sets of mechanics, right, we will pop the LB3 so that you don't have to get up and straight resolve mechanics. Oh, okay. Meat want to bring to your attention that material doesn't work. Material doesn't work for this so don't need to meld. No need to meld material. It doesn't do anything. So don't bother melding material. Just have the gear with you. Good enough. Yeah, only elemental stat. Yeah. This not BA, dude. Yeah, there's a couple of like difficult combinations lah. We got a bit lucky with some of the slashes, but a bit unlucky with some of them. Like one of the very difficult ones is the iron splitters plus the sword slashes, right? If we ever get an iron splitter left right right left combination, you need to be very specific. Now, thankfully, I will call it out in the order that you are supposed to resolve it. So actually all you need to do is just listen to me doing the callouts and quickly move accordingly, and you should be fine. Okay, but generally for the iron splitter plus sword slashes, it will be stand on either sand or tiles, first slash, crossover, second slash, third slash, cross back into the safe sand or tiles. Okay, but I will say it out in the fight exactly like this as well. So you just need to get ready to move and move when I say crossover. The other thing is the eye and orb and flower mechanic. Just look away from the orb, because if you get hit by it, if you're looking at it, you'll get petrified. and you probably die to the gigantic blooming flower that expands afterwards. Okay, so just be careful about those lah. The rest of the fight, I think quite okay lah. The Earthshaker Tethers did very well. They didn't point it towards the entire party and kill everyone, so that's great. Knockback and height mechanics try to go quickly to either behind or in front of the barrier. Okay, it's not so bad for knockback because you can be standing next to the boss and still be fine, but hiding you need to run. Okay, pop sprint if necessary. Okay, it's 14 already, so we'll do another ready check and go again.
Okay, I'm going in.
Okay. Yeah, just queue in. Alright. Okay, now for this second run, I think we no need to do you want to split VC? I think no need lah.
Yeah, don't need to give them, because that's how we will be doing it later as
Yeah,
we go on
okay.
anyway. Like,
Okay, so we won't be splitting VC.
should we use Pure now straight away since they've had a to you? It's more comfy if you use Pure straight away.
Actually, I don't know. Okay lah, I think just use Pure lah. Just use Pure lah. It will. Number one, it will help the DPS do more DPS. Number two, if you are risking Pures, maybe you will like pay more attention and take it more serious. No,
In Get Them, you said this will be how it comes.
But this is how it will work lah. This is in future runs, right? We will always be popping Pures from the start because it will help us save horses. So just to get your used to it, we are gonna pop Pures at the case here. Please use a Pure Essence and replace the Pure Essence space with other things. Okay, so once you pop a Pure at the case here, replace the empty space that you get from using the Pure with something else. Okay, you will free up more space for you to actually carry more things. Usually more erasers. So this is how we normally do it. Now, for those who wish to use Re-Razor at the start, you can do so as well. But I leave it up to you. If we wipe, you'll lose both the Re-Razor and the Pure Essence. Okay, your Re-Razor or proc, you'll get up and you need to die again. So just to let you know. Okay, but if you want to, just go ahead and use it. It's okay. Okay, I think it's alright.
Roofing DC again, is it?
Yeah. No, the stream is showing it. It's back though. So it's a bit
What role
unstable.
are they, like healer or tank or?
Scholar.
Or
Rufin, your connection okay or not? We give this pool one more try. If you still keep DCing, then we'll have to replace for the next pool, yeah?
He messaged that DC'd again, please replace me or leave. But they already jumped in already.
Yeah, don't worry. Then the next pool will replace for the next pool.
It's unfortunate, but
yeah, we understand DC issues, but then at the same time, if you are just DCing all the time, you're not doing anything. You're not actually learning anything anyway, so you may as well just like drop out for now. And then go
tell
review
your
the...
fellow sharks to stop.
Hey, it's not me. Not my family either, please. We've been wrongly accused. Innocent until proven guilty. Where's the proof? Show me the popoto.
But we have enough evidence that a shark is biting cables, not popotos.
Yeah.
Ready check if you are already all assembled. Ready.
Okay. Okay, so this will be slimes and golems once more. Okay, Golem side, I think if y'all know what to do, we will try to keep callouts to a minimum. Then y'all can hear how the slimes are. It's very messy. It's very hectic. Okay, Golems, y'all know what to do. Just untrain as usual. But if something happens and needs to be adjusted, right, Barry will be calling out. So please listen to Barry. Then no one will call out. It's okay.
All teams are ready.
Then they just have to do it properly
Wait.
the first time.
Someone just yell they need. Can we reinforce? What's wrong? Thought you used your essence, but you didn't. Hang on. You have nothing on your holster as well. One DPS novice room didn't get the essence.
Okay, never mind. DPS only. It's okay lah.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, this can still help, but yeah. Alright, no worries. Countdown sharp or?
Okay lah. So they are okay already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, all okay. Come, let's get started. Try again. Countdown.
Thanks, turn your stances on. Perception, get ready to scan for traps. Perceptions go. Middle trap is found.
Okay, Golem side, I am popping the middle trap. I'm popping middle trap.
One more trap, all traps found on slime.
Remember Asuna your tanks for Golems. Asuna the tanks. Yeah, everyone using Pures make the DPS go a lot faster. It's a very noticeable improvement.
This is ready.
Golems are done.
Southwest is ready. Southeast is ready. Waiting on Southwest. Southwest ready. All slimes, all rooms ready. Pull your last slime in 3, 2, 1. Pull now. Southwest seems to go off a bit early. Let's just run. Once your slime has started casting, go.
You can just stack in the golems side, you can just stack in the center, lah. It's okay, lah. The golems don't hit for very hard anyway.
You're safe. Good.
Okay, any deaths, check for deaths first before hopping off. If
Slimes,
no
any
deaths, then
deaths?
just then you can go. Okay, just check in your party, lah. Just check in your party. If your party list has someone dead, just quickly yell it out before the healers start jumping. Not then I assume it's all good. Okay lah. Once we are here, we are going to Waymark's Berry, thank you. And then grab your treasure coffer. We're gonna try boss 1 again. Here, one small gentle reminder for boss 1. Okay, just now we saw up to about 6-7%. So now we're gonna try again. Make sure you pop your Pures, Re-Razors, food. And then we'll ready check and we'll give it another shot. Okay, can. No worries. We'll do a ready check. Okay,
Was it earlier who didn't have the pure? Give them protect and share.
Okay. Yeah, who needs who doesn't have pure essence? Maybe you go to the back, then those who brought like some of us will bring like weird things, like bubble, shell, protect, all these. We help to cast on you, lah.
Raise your hand in the yell or something like that.
Yeah, just sound off, lah, so that we can help to keep you alive, lah. Because if you don't have any pure essence, right, then the red white is gonna kill you. Okay, I think Ares. Yeah, they don't have pure.
Yeah, and DPS too, so.
Okay, yeah. Can. Then whoever is casting bubble, thank you, lah. Just keep the bubble on Ares as well. Okay. Okay, everyone else just check, make sure you have your pure essences up. Re-razors if you have them. A, B, C. Waiting on D and F. Did I do ready check? Sometimes I forget. Okay, I'll just do another one. Okay lah, so all parties are ready. Food check, pure essence check, re-razor check. Main tank stance check, and cookie on your head or whatever. And everyone just get ready. Okay, you pre-shield at 5. Listen to callouts, we will try our best. Let's do this. Let's go. Big, wide. Yeah, I'll try not to kill Mizuki this time, it's okay. Okay, Mercy slashes next. Okay, it's a 1. Okay, hold on. 2, 4, 4, 2. 2, 4, 4, 2. Crossover. Cross back. Away from Orc and Flower. Stack. Okay, no, not yet. Sorry. Jumping the gun. Okay, red, white. Front, back, or center. Everyone inside his hitbox. Inside his hitbox, if you're not sure. Okay, away from the main tank. Away from the main tank. This is a shed tank buster. Mean all the tanks stack to the front. And then away, everyone away. Stillness tank buster. Only the main tank should be in front. Okay, only the main tank should be in front. Okay, just so you know, stillness tank buster. If someone's standing in front with the main tank actually dies. Okay, now next will be knockback or hide. This will be a knockback. Stack for chains, and then break the chains into a knockback. Okay, split the chains quickly and then get knocked back into a barricade. Ravana dives next. Starting from D, Delta, going counterclockwise. Hiding behind C. Hiding behind C. Red, wide. Everyone stack on 3. Everyone stack on 3, including the main tank. Unless you want to eat it by yourself. Okay, 3 line AoEs. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Next, 2 Iron Splitters will come with Earthshaker Tethers. Earthshakers point them away from the boss and away from the party. It will be Sand is safe. Sand is safe. Sand is safe. Earthshakers away. And then Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Earthshakers away. Three line AoEs. Okay, boss to middle and facing north. Thank you. Red wide. The intercardinals out. Go to either B or C. More Ravana dives with Mercy Slashes. Starting from 4, going clockwise. 4, 4, 2, 2. After the dives, 4, 4, 2, 2. First slash, second slash crossover, op and flower. Stack for chains, stack close for chains and break them. Red, wide. Tank Buster on main tank. Yeah, you learn to pop mitigations. Okay, Iron Splitters with Mercy Slashes. 1133. 1133. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Okay, beyond tiles. First slash. Second slash crossover into sand. Okay, stay on sand. Third Iron Splitter is random. Stay on sand. Op and flower. Okay. Okay, red, white. Okay, front, back, or center. Front, back, or inside the boss's hitbox. Okay, last set of mechanics. Mercy Slashes from the clone with knockback or hide. We'll be taking the knockback or hide next to the clone. This will be a knockback. Knockback towards A, knockback towards A, back, front of the clone. Okay, YA because the clone slashes the front first. Back, front of the clone. Second slash crossover. Stack for chains and then LB3 after breaking the chains. Okay, split chains, healer LB3 afterwards. Okay, make sure you have it. Raid wide. If everything is smooth, we should kill it slightly after this. This will be knockback or hide with iron splitters. Okay, we'll just focus on DPS and we should down it shortly afterwards. This is a hide. Stand on tiles, then quickly sprint to hide. Hide behind. And kill it afterwards. Nice. Okay, now, do not run ahead. Grab your treasure coffer. There will be traps ahead. Do not sprint ahead. Okay, there's a treasure coffer here that's being obscured by everyone. Remember to pick it up. It's your foot plating. There will be traps up ahead. Now, at this point, there'll be a fork in the road or the path. Now, healers, we have a couple of dead players from that last mechanic, unfortunate, but we'll try to arise them. Okay, we'll try to arise them. So healers stay behind, help to arise. Yeah, try to prioritize the dead healers so that they can get up and start arising as well. Okay, now, for everyone else, what's going to happen, just to explain here, the path that's going straight is for the 1v1. Okay, so actually, if you all didn't know, in DRS, there's one what we call anime protagonist who becomes our hero. They will challenge the Minotaur Lord in the 1v1 arena, and if they win, they get a buff that increases all their stats by like 3 times the normal amount or something like that. Some ridiculous, crazy buff. So essentially, they'll be like our main protagonist. Everyone else will be turning to the right and will be facing a trash mob called Dahu. Do we actually have 1v1 assigned for today's session?
Have Poka.
Oh, okay.
Shock that the scholar who's dissing saying to ask him to replace them.
We've got a replacement already, but they will still be doing
Wait until we
this.
come out.
No,
Actually,
I'll deal with it after you are done with Dahu.
Okay.
Mm. No, wait, hang on, stop. Healer stop basing for the time being. If let's say the scholar really cannot get up because of the razors, then you guys can actually get the scholar to leave.
Never mind,
Yeah,
he just
then
they're
you all
up,
can
they're up,
say.
they're up.
Oh, they're up, yeah. Then
One is up.
Never mind, it's Rufin, right? It's Rufin, right?
Mm.
Yeah, so Rufin, I tell you what, for Dahu, right, you just stay behind the purple line. You don't join the fight. So you won't die. You won't die inside. But you can see us fighting. Okay, you can see us fighting. So you at least learn something along the way. But you don't participate. Okay, so for Poka, 1v1, you just go ahead and your mic is transmitting, by the way.
Is it transmitting now?
Yeah, I can hear your family shouting in the background. Sorry, Okay, now, everyone else, we proceed on to Dahu. Now, what's going to happen is that we cannot pull until the 1v1 has started their fight. So we'll let Poka start the 1v1. Now, Poka, you just do your own thing. Okay, if it's your first time and you wish to not be distracted by us, please deafen the VC as well because it may be distracting for you. Once you're ready, you deafen us, you just start. We will proceed at our own pace. Okay, so whenever you're ready, you just go ahead. Deafen so that you don't get distracted by me. Okay, good luck. Okay, now for the rest of us, okay, he has deafened us already, so he can't hear me. Okay, now the rest of us, right? What will happen is once we see the message appears, that okay, so this is the message. This means Poka has started, and once it is sealed off, I will do a manual countdown, and then we will just begin. So everyone just get ready. Just come closer to the front. Now, Rufin, you stay behind the purple line. You don't cross the purple line. You just sit out this fight. The rest of us, I will do a manual countdown. Okay, Mitsuki will be the main tank once again. So once we count down, we will just pull. Okay, so counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Establish. Okay, Dahu is a trash mob. There's no real DPS checks or anything. Just try not to die. He will start off with AoE puddles. Just move out of the AoE puddles. There will be 2 sets of these. You just move out of them. Now he will charge forwards and then charge back. You want to be opposite from where he's charging. So he'll go one side, come to the other side, he will charge back, stay closer to the opposite side. He does a massive cone AoE like this. Okay, this is why you need to stay on the other side. Okay, then Mitsuki will pull him to the middle afterwards. Okay, and there'll be ads along the edges. Now, those of you with the numbers, get ready to run to the numbered markers. Okay, you see numbers appear. If you are number 1, go to 1. If you are 2, go to 2. Okay, you must be on the edge. Go to the edge and hit the lion with Dahu's blade. Okay, this kills the lion and creates a safe spot for us later on. Okay, left, right, cleave. Remember to cross over, cross over. Okay, that was similar. Again, there's a knockback into a safe spot. Identify the safe spots and get knocked back into them. Come back close. He does a merry-go-round fire breath attack. And just circle around with him. Now, shortly after this, Mitsuki will be taking all the enmity from the ads as well. So all healers need to focus on Mitsuki and keep him alive. Now, occasionally, one of the other tanks will provoke Dahu. So keep that tank alive as well. Okay, sometimes we can just let Mitsuki do it if we really don't like him. Sometimes someone is nice and help to tank with him. Okay, but otherwise, just keep the tanks alive. Mitsuki
I'm dead.
a lot of damage. Don't worry, I will help Clement diction you, don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. You will stay alive with my clemency. Okay, more AoE puddles and maybe a left-right cliff. Okay, get ready to cross over. Cross over. And then more numbers soon. Okay, get ready. Numbers go. Numbers go. Now, this one, the numbers are important. Now, after this, all the party, the 2 flare markers will be east and west. Everyone will be north and south.
But 3 failed.
Okay, everyone will be north. The 2 flare markers will be east and west. Everyone else north. Not back north. Okay, this is why the 1, 2, 3, 4 important to make the safe spot for the party. But it's okay. Okay, fire breathe. Merry-go-round again. It's fine, don't worry about it.
1v1.
1v1 quick.
Clear.
Nice. Okay, just kill it. Nice. And that's it for Dahu. Okay, I think this one we saw the flare markers, so a lot of people died. But generally speaking, if DPS is slightly better, we would have just killed it before that.
Akon. B2 just go in, wipe, and then after re-instance for more B1.
Okay lor. Okay lor.
Which we are replacing one person, right?
Rufin will just, I don't know if they can go in. Okay, Rufin maybe you
Never
just
mind,
sit out
Rufin, you just go in for the B2 run. Then we'll use it to base whether we need to replace you for the next pool or not.
Okay lor.
Hey,
Then
Rufin
just
can focus on raising people now. Yeah, just help
I
to
guess
raise.
so lah.
just help to
Mechanics,
rest
though.
lah. Just help to rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay lah, everyone's up ready. Okay, let's go. There's another treasure coffee here, but this one is just lost, not very important. Dispel tank, no dispel. Never mind lah, we just die lor. Let me see if I have. I have dispel. But anyone else has dispel? There should be 2 tanks. Okay, so just to let you all know, by right there's 2 tanks: Theo, Daura, and Mako, Zorash. Y'all are the 2 dispellers because for this boss fight, one of the tanks need to be dispelled. But like what Leo said, we just go in YOLO and then die and then come out, do boss 1 again. Okay lah, yeah. Yeah, then Teo, you just help to dispel lah. Thank you. Okay, so how to use dispel? Just crack it open, target the mob, press dispel button, and wait for it to cast off.
A dispel's a spell, so don't move when you're casting.
The next pull, if get to B2 again, then explain. No?
Okay lah. But then that means they need to prepare for it after this lah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Okay lah. So okay, just to here, I'm not gonna explain anything, but we will still prepare the two main tanks, because if they don't split apart, then we just wipe to the first wave, right? Then we're not gonna see anything. Must all the waste time. Okay, so where are the two main tanks? Okay, now what happens are the two main tanks, y'all will just mark yourself lah. Larry, you're transmitting again. So both the main tanks, put a cookie or a shape on your head. So I think this one is Mirko and
Me.
Mitsuki, correct. So the two of you are the main tank. Can you mark yourself? Okay. So just so you know, Mitsuki will be the left side mob. Mirko will be the right side mob. Okay. That's all I'm gonna explain. Okay, everyone else get ready. Come closer to the front. Good job, Poka, for being for clearing the 1v1. Okay, the tanks you all help to make sure that he doesn't take aggro lah. Okay, because most of the time the 1v1 will pull MET at the start lah. So you'll just be careful. Then other than that, ready check and then we just start lah. Just ready check and we start. Okay, for those of you who brought Spellforge Steel Sting, if you actually read up the guides and all that, you all should start casting it on the countdown. Okay, but if you didn't, it's fine. Doesn't matter lah. Like what we always say, we're just gonna wipe lah.
If you do, you cast it on the opposite
Mm.
jobs, so still sting on magic jobs and spell forge on the melee physical jobs.
Okay lah, never mind lah. So I'll talk about it later. Yeah, actually, by right, we should like give them chance to practice the first run, so the second time they do, it'll be a lot clearer. But no, never mind lah. We just go lah. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, and F. All parties are ready. Okay, so I'm gonna do a 30-second countdown. Now, during this 30-second countdown, if you have brought Spellforge or Steel Sting healers, just help to apply to the opposite type class. Okay, but if you don't have, never mind. Okay, although if you do have it, Spellforge Steel Sting actually very cheap. But don't waste don't replace Arises for it. It's not worth. Okay, everyone else just come closer to the front. They don't face aggro lah. They don't face aggro, but don't early pull. Don't early attack.
It has happened.
Okay, you can pre-shield and just AoE all of them once the pull starts. Okay, just AoE. The two tanks will just try to pull them together very tightly so that the AoEs will hit everything. And just DPS lah. Now there'll be two red whites at the start. Just heal through as necessary. Red white number 1. Red white number 2. Okay, at about 80%, they'll start to jump away. Okay, and warrior to the east. Put the warrior to the east first, and then knight to the middle. Okay, one thing to note here is that the two bosses must never be too close. Okay, now click off Spellforge, click off Magical or Purple, reapply Steel Sting. First mechanic will be bombs. This is Sword Omen, will be taking the bombs on the outer edge. Okay, look for the bombs. If you have a tether, go to a small bomb. If you have no tether, go to a big bomb. Must be on the outer edge of the arena. Must be on the outer edge of the arena. Okay, now, if you fall down first, move to a safe spot. Okay, move to where a bomb already exploded. Nice. Okay, Dispellers, get ready. There'll be a boost. Okay, Dispel is on the warrior. Dispel the warrior now. Red, white. Okay, no Dispel now, so it's gonna hurt. Not as bad as I thought. Next mechanic. If you have tether, go to green. If you have tether, go to wind. No tether, go to purple. Okay, check for your tethers now. Okay, tether to wind, no tether to purple. We'll be moving into the center afterwards and out. Okay, go into the center, look for the safe spot, front of the boss all the way out. Front of the knight all the way out. Very nice. Okay, back to the boss, dispel on the warrior. No, dispel, mitigate. Ouch. Tank busters. Okay, we rotating back into bombs again. Okay, now same thing as before. Click off Spell Forge, click off Purple, reapply Steel Sting. Okay, now this one will be a knockback from the middle with bombs. Okay, now there will be a knockback from the center. If you have tether, knockback to small, no tether, knockback to big. Okay, there will be a knockback from the op in the center, no tether to small, no tether to big. Okay, there's a knockback from the center. If you fall down first, move to a safe spot. Okay, where a bomb has already exploded is a safe spot. Nice. Okay, a bit more damage on the warrior. Boost dispel. Okay, dispel boost on the warrior. There'll be a raid wide. No dispel. Mitigate. Ouch. Okay, they are more or less balanced. Go back to your original targets. One more time. If you have tether, go to wind. If you have tether, go to green. No tether, go to purple. Check for your tethers now. Tether to wind, no tether to purple. This will be Sword Omen again. We're running in and then out. So go into the center, look for the safe side, which is to his left, and out. All the way out. Nice. Okay, one more time. Dispel on the warrior. Dispel on warrior. Raid wide incoming. Ouch. Okay, nice. Tank busters. Came in tanks mitigate. Okay, and that's pretty much it lah. Then you'll be enriched after this. First pair of ads enrich. This is the enrich. 7%. Okay, we did. Hey, so this is the first pair of bosses for boss 2. We are reinstancing, so let's leave and restock our essences, lost actions, etc. You want to okay, here's where Lyoric and the Ox help to sort out the Rufin's situation. And we'll
Okay,
take a short
so
break for about 6 minutes. So by X58, be back here. Okay, X58, be back here. Everyone else can take a short break, restock your stuff. I'll let Meat and Lyoric handle the subs. Okay, go ahead, Meat.
yeah, Uncle Leo is going to be muting more.
Yeah.
Ray,
Sorry, hold
over.
on. Rufin cannot continue, right?
Yeah, cannot. He's coming out.
Okay. Can you ping Ray, ask him to take over?
Okay.